What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on July 17th, 2020. I'm going to start with a focus on the virtual con, which is about to happen here very soon from the time of this recording, and I'm sure some people have some questions about it, so that's why I want to start off there. So with Funko.com, the figures are going to become available on Wednesday, July 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, that's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday, July 22nd. That is when whatever's going to be available with Funko.com will become available. And I have covered those figures previously. There are specifically some Funko Shop exclusives, and they may actually get some of the retailer exclusives as well. Not 100% sure about that though. But whatever they are going to have available will release at that time. So definitely make sure you make a note of that, mark in your calendar, save it in your phone, whatever you need to do. That is the time to be at Funko.com. And then as far as the retailer exclusives are concerned, they will release midnight that same night. So be aware of that, midnight that same night, and that's midnight Eastern Standard Time. And this will lead into Thursday. So if a retailer doesn't have their figures available at midnight, just keep checking throughout the night and into the morning, because it may take a while for some retailers to actually have their figures online. As far as major retailers are concerned, like GameStop and Hot Topic and so on, and Walmart, of course, as well, you can find their shared exclusives in stores. And I do want to go ahead and point out that some people have already found some exclusives early. That happens almost every time. Don't panic about that if you see that somebody else has already grabbed a figure. Don't really panic about that, like I said, because the official release again is going to be as of the 23rd, but really late night on the 22nd is when you want to start checking websites. Now I'm going to run through some other information about this virtual con because there will be things taking place throughout the week. So on Sunday, July 19th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Funko is going to hold a charity auction, and this is going to be for some rare figures, including some protos. And you see some of those figures pictured here in the upper right of this screen. Okay, so you definitely want to be on eBay at that time, and I'm not sure if Funko is going to share a specific link for this or not. If I see a specific link for this, I'll try to share it maybe as a community post, but I'm just sharing the information that I have right now. You can follow up by following Funko on their social media accounts, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, to see if they get more details about this. But again, they're holding a charity auction. They're linking up with eBay to do this. Again, it's on Sunday, July 19th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and they are raising money for the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. So this is for a good cause. And you will want to follow Funko's social media accounts throughout the week. Like I already said, there's going to be different events. There's going to be live streams. There's going to be artists sharing their work, artists that actually work with Funko, showing, how they put things together and all of that. Sully is back. If you know about Sully, he's worked with Funko for a good while now with their social media and all of that. So he's actually going to do 2 live streams himself. And on Friday is when they're actually going to reveal some upcoming figures. Of course, that's always cool to check out. And I know that the CEO will actually be a part of that. So again, a lot is going to be going on throughout the week. Just make sure you keep up with Funko on social media to see what they have going on. Now, as far as White with Princess Unicorn is concerned, I know a lot of people have been looking out for that one. Funko actually pushed this one to release it along with the other exclusive, with the exclusives for the virtual con. So that's yet another figure to keep in mind that it's going to be available. And my piece of advice is when you go on Funko.com, don't spend a bunch of time trying to load up your cart. Make sure you know what you want the most, that one figure that you want the most, get that checked out, and then maybe go back and see what is left. But you're not going to be able to load up a cart and expect to get everything that you want. Things are going to move very quickly, and hopefully the website will hold up. Time will tell on that. I also wanted to point out that Iron Bob and Recyclops, those are also going to be available with FanExpoStore.com on July 23rd at noon Pacific Standard Time. So that's another way to get those figures if you are interested in them. And then I also wanted to point out for international collectors outside of the US, check with Pop Culture and Aussie Collectibles. They are going to have some of the con exclusives. I do not know their exact release times though, so do make sure you check out with those websites. Again, Pop Culture and Aussie Collectibles if you are outside of the US, and there may be some other retailers outside of the US that get some exclusives as well. As a matter of fact, if you know of any, please make sure that you share in the comments to help out other collectors. But again, everybody, like I said, for now, I think this is pretty much all that I know about this convention. Do keep in mind, if you're a new collector, that figures for these conventions do cost more. So for example, the 10-inch zombie thing is actually $50 with GameStop, kind of pricey there. And the standard size pops run $15 each, with these conventions. So just keep that in mind, that you are going to spend a little more for these exclusives. In some cases, maybe a lot more there. But yeah, just bear that in mind. If I learn any more information, of course, I'm going to do my best to keep you all updated. Moving on now to some figures that have released since the last Funko News video that I did. So the glow-in-the-dark Death of the Family Joker, which is a Hot Topic exclusive, is available. Last time I checked, it was still available on the website. You also see that they have a Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter exclusive that has become available. As far as the other Hunter x Hunter figures or Hunter x Hunter figures, it seems like those are still going to take a while to release. But like I said, this exclusive that you see here is available to ship out right now. You also see here the Star Trek Discovery figures. There's just 2 of them that are available, and they are common figures. Sally Face has become available. I know some people are a fan of that game, so I'll definitely be on the lookout for that one. That's a common as well. The Loki box, which is basically the free comic book day or free comic book summer box, is available. I think I shared this previously. I just want to shout it out again. It's available with local comic book shops. So make sure you check the comic book shops in your area. But then there are some retailers that may have some restocks online. That's not really guaranteed, though. I would say first and foremost, if you're interested in that box, check with your local comic book shops. It's a good way to show them some support anyway. You also see here the metallic web store from Masters of the Universe. This one at first seemed like it was going to be a Hot Topic exclusive, but it has been moved over to Walmart and it's already hitting stores. So be on the lookout for that. That's one I know that I'm definitely going to go for, because I'm trying to get all of the latest Masters of the Universe figures. So let's focus on what's been going on the Funko Shop recently, or just Funko.com. You see here that there are some Darkwing Duck Pop Pez that are available. They're limited in number, 1,500 pieces each. They haven't sold out yet, but do bear in mind though that once they sell out, they are gone. So if you're interested in those, make sure you get them before they completely disappear. You also see here with Pop Around the World that Toshi became available, and Toshi did sell out. Pop Around the World line has become somewhat popular. There are still a couple of the figures left that have not sold out just yet, but if you're trying to be a completionist with that line, don't procrastinate whenever you see one of those become available. And I will say some more about Pop Around the World in a moment here. And then of course Johnny Quest became available. So there's Johnny Quest with Bandit and then also a Haji Pop, but you had to buy these together. They went on the Funko Shop and they sold out very quickly. I know some people were trying to get them and had some troubles with the website. That pretty much always happens. I really don't know how the virtual con is going to go. We'll see, but I think if there's any issues, any major issues with the site, then Funko will try to rectify that in some way. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, if you're interested in Toshi or Johnny Quest with Bandit and Haji, you will have to go second market for these figures. So moving along here with Target, these are Target exclusives here. The King Bugs Bunny has started to show up in some Target locations. And then there's also a Diamond Energizer Bunny, which also seems to be hitting stores as well. I don't think either one of these are necessarily widely released just yet, but do keep your eyes open for them at Target. Funko did make a mistake when it comes to that flocked Buckbeak, because of course we saw the image of the flocked Buckbeak with the black eyes, and then people thought that this one was being released in a limited number and whatnot, so they really went for it. And it turns out that there isn't a flocked Buckbeak with the black eyes. They were all made with orange. So basically the glam got out there. And really, the glam should have been, it's basically something that should have been corrected. That glam is not accurate. Like I said, there isn't that flocked Buckbeak with the black eyes. There's just the orange one. So for people that went for this figure thinking it was going to be super rare and that it would have the black eyes, Funko is allowing them to do, basically returns if they're interested in doing that, if that's what the way they want to handle it. Or if they decide to keep the figure, then I think Funko is basically giving them like a discount on the Funko Shop. I want to say it's like 20% for a different purchase. So it was a mistake. Mistakes happen. I'm sure some people are going to feel some type of way about that, but I just wanted to make sure I let you know what was going on with that. Please don't try to shoot the messenger on that. Moving along here, I said I was going to talk again about Pop Around the World. So the figure of Paco, some people were not happy with the fact that they had a bull representing Spain. That's been a big controversy for a long time, and I'm not going to say any specific way I feel about it. Again, I'm just sharing the information here. It does seem like Paco has been replaced with a different figure, Carmen, that you see pictured there in the upper right. So that is a change with that line. And then I also wanted to point out that Gabriel Iglesias, he just had a birthday, and in honor of his birthday, he has 40 signed rose gold pops, of course, of his figure that he's giving away to fans. He hasn't really made it clear exactly how he's handling this. I don't know if he's going to choose from people that commented on his post or not on Instagram. But you may want to go check out that post on Instagram if you're interested in trying to get one of these, because that's the only thing I can figure based on what he said, that it's going to be based off of that post. But I just wanted to make sure I put that out there for you all. And by the way, this figure, he's considering it like a chase figure. And remember, each one of them is signed. This still has the number 1 on it, so it's not the number 2 comedian yet. We'll still have to wait and see what his new figure is going to look like, because supposedly the number 2 comedy figure is going to be a variant of him. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, keeping it moving here with Spirit Halloween, they have some exclusives focused on Hocus Pocus once again. So there is a Billy Butcherson pop, which I think looks fantastic. If you're a big fan of that movie, then that's pretty much an easy buy there. And then of course there are also, you see here, the Sanderson sisters pop Pez. So you can go ahead and pre-order these with Spirit Halloween right now, and they should release as of September. Now you see here with Amazon this really awesome figure of Chewbacca based on the battle at Echo Base. This one is available for pre-order right now, of course, again with Amazon, and this is going to be a September release as well. And then you see here all the way to the right, of course, the Jungle Cruise Congo Queen boat. This is with Shop Disney, and it's actually available right now to ship out if you are interested in it. I know some people are not so crazy about the design of it, and then also some people have received this ride already with some serious box damage. So I'll just say purchase at your own risk. If you like the design, you could go for it, but I just want you to be aware that some people have received this particular item damaged. Now, it's been a long time coming, of course. McDonald's Pops are on the way, and some people were able to go ahead and get Ronald McDonald and Grimace at, I believe it was Funko HQ. Just very few people were able to get them. I'll say it that way, very few. So don't worry about that if you weren't able to get them, of course, at Funko HQ. There's going to be a wide release coming soon of these figures, and of course, there's more figures, based on McDonald's that will become available. So just wanted to put that out there. You may be seeing some of these on social media. They are legit, but there has not been that wide release just yet for the McDonald's figures. Also here, Funko has some games that are available for pre-order. This does include Last Defense, the Pop-Tarts game, Yacht Rock, and a game based on Footloose as well. These are all common games. They will be available for pre-order with various retailers. Focusing next here on Pop in the Box, they have a couple of exclusives coming up here very soon. They have Chip from Beauty and the Beast. Of course, this is a variant of Chip, and this one is going to be available as of September, but you can pre-order right now, like I said. And then, of course, they also have Ironheart, Riri Williams, which I've been waiting for a long time for her to finally get a Funko Pop, because she did have a Dorbs previously, and I do actually own that one, and I like the Dorbs, but yeah, I've really been waiting on the Pop. I will say this, the first glam that they put up of Ironheart did look better to me. It looked more detailed. They updated the glam. It's not quite as detailed, but I'm still pretty hyped about this Pop, and it's going to be available as of November, but you can again pre-order. And of course there is a chance at a chase, a 1 in 6 chance at a glow-in-the-dark chase when you pre-order that figure. You might also want to check Pop in the Box websites, because they did restock some of their other previous exclusives as well. So Marvel Eat the Universe, I've actually seen this before, because Marvel, of course, they have a YouTube channel, and when they say Eat the Universe, it's basically foods. They'll focus on foods based off of the comics. So there actually is a figure on the way inspired by Marvel Eat the Universe, and it's going to be Spider-Man with pizza. This is actually going to be a box lunch exclusive that should be available as July 20th. That's the date I'm seeing, which I don't know if that's going to be accurate or not, because I mean that date is pretty close, but we'll see. As far as It's Sugar is concerned, you see here that they have two exclusives. They're Sour Patch Kids. They have the strawberry one and the grape one. These have been dropping in and out of availability on their website. If you're trying to catch up with them, keep checking the website, and I do believe that they are available in store as well with It's Sugar. And then you see here this metallic variant from, based on this character from Naruto. I really don't want to tear his name up. I think it's Gaara. Forgive me if I mispronounced it. But this exclusive is coming soon. No specific date to it. Once it becomes available, of course, I will let you all know. Keeping it moving here, there are some more pins created by Funko and Loungefly that are available for pre-order, especially with Entertainment Earth. I know I've seen some of the pins listed with other retailers, but in particular, these pins here, the Disney ones, Star Wars ones, and these Marvel ones, you can pre-order these with Entertainment Earth if you are interested in them. And listen, I know a lot of people love Fig Pen. I don't really think that Funko is trying to take money away from Fig Pen. A lot of companies create pens. This is nothing new, so if you don't like this style of pen, you prefer Fig Pens, just do you, do what makes you happy. Go for what makes you happy. You also see here that there are 4 more figures left in the An Afternoon with Eevee and Friends series, and that does include Espeon, Jolteon, Leafeon, and Umbreon. Okay, so the next one that is actually going to release is Espeon, which should release on July 21st on the Pokemon Center. And then you see here also we finally have a look at the comic book guy from The Simpsons. Originally, he was going to be an SDCC exclusive. That did not work out. I'm sure it has something to do with what's going on in the world right now. But that figure is going to release eventually, so we'll just have to be patient and wait on it. I think the figure looks okay, but what kind of throws it off for me a little bit is most of the time when you see him in The Simpsons on the actual series, like he's at an angle so you can see his ponytail. That's one of his traits that really stands out. With this image of him, we're looking at him head on, so you can't see the ponytail, so it does make him look slightly different. But overall, I think the figure is cool. I like the detail of him being very careful with that comic. Of course, once this figure becomes available and the other upcoming Simpsons figures, become available, or we get some images of them, of course, I will share that with you. Now, as far as Pokemon is concerned, we also have on the way here an 18-inch Pikachu, which is going to be a common item, by the way. And then you also see here some other figures that are coming up, another version of Eevee. Then there's also Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon. These are actually available for pre-order right now with various retailers. Pretty easy to track down if you're interested in pre-ordering these. And I know some people feel some different ways about the looks and the selection, but again, Funko is doing what they can with the Pokemon company. It basically comes down to what the Pokemon company allows them to do. I shared a rough image of one of these previously, but now we actually get to see the Batman art series figures, which are going to be exclusive to Target, and they're actually going to release in October. They've been dropping in and out of availability for pre-order on the website, so just keep checking the website. They may become available to pre-order again, but if you can't catch them on the website, again, they'll be available as of October, so they should release in store. There's potentially going to be a 5th one. You see that picture in the bottom right, that could be a 5th one on the way. That's not really guaranteed just yet. Overall, I kind of like the look of these. I don't know if I would go for like all 4 of them. My favorite one though is definitely the one kind of inspired by Batman 66, the old school TV series. I really like that one. I definitely want to hear from you all which one of these stands out to you the most, and are you interested in getting these? I think it's a little risky because in terms of paying the money to get all 4, because I think it'll be tough to order just one of them and not try to get the others as well. Funko also officially revealed the breast cancer awareness pops, which features these DC characters, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Harley Quinn. Of course, there has been a pink and white Harley Quinn before. This one does look slightly different though. It has more pink going on with it. I think it's really cool that Funko is doing this. I like when they do charitable things. Obviously this is going to help fund breast cancer research. So again, I think this is pretty awesome, and these are available for pre-order with various retailers, and I did go ahead and pre-order these, for my own collection. Like I said, I think it's really awesome that Funko is doing this, and let me know what you think about these figures. Are you going to go for these? I think they are pretty cool. Now, as far as Disney is concerned here, the Disney Archives Mickey Mouse, which I did share these previously because Amazon actually has where you can get all 5 of them together. I'm not sure if that's still available to pre-order or not, but yeah, that's an Amazon exclusive, all 5 of them actually together on, I believe is one base all together, but you can buy them individually, and it does seem that the individual ones are going to be commons. So if you weren't able to catch that on Amazon, if it's not available right now, or you just prefer to have certain ones, again, these Disney Archives Mickey Mouse figures, you will be able to buy them individually. And then you also see here like the Pixar Alien Remix figures. seems like they're kind of taking off. I know a lot of people are out hunting those down right now, so we see already that there are going to be more on the way, and that does include a 10-inch Sully figure there as well. So this second wave, I don't know when it's going to release, but yeah, if you're a fan of Pixar Alien Remix figures, then yep, you got some more to look forward to here. Now, I am going to get into the rumor mill. I do have a decent number of rumors to share with you all, but of course, as always, remember, some of these things may pan out to be true, some of them may not. So first of all, with Inspector Gadget, I think I mentioned this Inspector Gadget previously, but this is a little bit more specific here. We could see Gadget with a chase figure, Gadget flying as a separate figure, and then Penny as well. From Hasbro, we could see Mrs. Potato Head, My Pet Monster, a Tiger Furby, and also a Tiger Furby keychain. We also could see a specialty series April O'Neil, of course, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the way here. And I feel like there's actually been another April O'Neil figure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But again, this is going to be a specialty series exclusive variant. Now with South Park, I like this list here. We could see some more South Park figures on the way, including Awesemo, which I would absolutely snatch up Awesemo. Already on the Awesemo that was made by Kid Robot, but if they did a pop, I'm definitely going for that as well. Then we also could see Faith Plus One Cartman, Shadow Hachi Stan, Princess Kenny, and Butters as Margarine. I really like this list here of figures for South Park. I hope these pan out to be true. There's also some figures on the way based on Dune, and I'm assuming that this is about the upcoming Dune remake, basically. I don't even know if you want to call it a remake or whatever, but yeah, Dune is on the way. There's a new movie interpretation of it, so I think we're gonna have some figures based off of that. And of course, there are some figures already based off the original Dune movie. With Blade Runner, there's going to be a series of figures here, and I'm not sure how to pronounce this first name. Pre, I think is the name there. Forgive me, I have not watched Blade Runner. I know I need to at some point, but I'm not familiar with all the characters here. But you also see that there could be a figure of Rachel, one of Rick, and then also a figure of Roy Batty with a Chase variant. As far as pop albums are concerned, we could see a Black Sabbath one, and then also a Lil Wayne one based on the Carter 3. I may have shared those previously, but just trying to be thorough here. We also could see the Pet Shop Boys with pop figures, and they would be two separate figures. And then Richard Simmons is potentially getting two pops as well. So that's pretty interesting there. We'll see how that pans out. And we have some more rumors here. There could be an art series Freddy Funko on the way. That really would not surprise me. I would imagine that there would be multiples of them, but we'll see. There could be a 10-inch Wayne Gretzky on the way. That one seems very likely. And then also with McDonald's, we could see the McNuggets as well. I know some people have already been saying they would like to see the Nuggets as well. So yeah, we could see a couple of them, including the cowboy, rock star, tennis player, and then also fireman and scuba. So yeah, we could actually see some McNugget characters on the way. With Planters, we could see the Peanut Man. I'm just going to call him Peanut Man. I think that's what he actually goes by. And then also the Baby Peanut as well. And then I know some people have been asking about the Demon Slayer figures, what happened to them. They just haven't released yet. Sometimes people ask what happened with certain figures. It's just that, nothing really happened with them. They just have not released yet. But there is some good news here. It seems like these figures could release as early as next month in August. Of course, when I learn more about that, I will let you all know. Now, I am going to give a spoiler alert here, a big spoiler alert here for the things that you see on the screen, because I am going to, reveal the contents here of that 13-day spooky countdown advent calendar that's coming up, and then also the Marvel Collector Core box focused on X-Men's 20th anniversary. So if you do not want to see the contents of these items, please make sure you go ahead and tune out of the video right now. Okay, last warning here. I'm giving a spoiler alert again for these items. If you don't want to see the contents, please go ahead and tune out right now. So with the advent calendar, again, it's just focusing on 13 days, the 13-day spooky countdown. You see the figures that are included here to the right. I'm not going to name them all. I'll just say I like the selection overall, although I think some people might feel a little bit gypped by the fact that they have the Grady twins in there, in their two separate days. So I don't know, some people may not be so crazy about that necessarily, but overall, like I said, I think it's a pretty solid selection. If you feel like they left anything out major, let me know about that. I know some people may not like that I don't see Michael Myers here in the mix, so yeah, just let me know what you think about that. Do be careful of spoilers though for people that tuned out. And then as far as the next collector core box is concerned, there are going to be 2 pops included. One of them is Wolverine, and I think it's kind of based around one of the earlier scenes with Wolverine where he looks kind of rough, and he's been obviously traveling and living on his own, which from what I can see of it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And then they also have one of Mystique, where she was disguised as Wolverine and she's turning back into her own form. It's kind of unusual that they would have 2 figures that are so based around Wolverine, but I do think they are cool figures regardless. And as always with these boxes, or mostly with these boxes, I think the value is there with these 2 figures. So if you're going to discuss these in the comments, again, try to be careful about spoilers for people that did tune out. So that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. I know this was a long one, but of course that's because it's been just over 2 weeks since I was able to do the last video. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information here, but hopefully you all found this helpful. As always, I want to hear from you in the comments. Which figures are you interested in? What are you going for as far as the virtual con is concerned? Like, what's your game plan with that? Because trust me, you got to have a game plan. So I really would like to hear what your game plan is for the virtual con. Let me know what you think about that and what other figures you saw in this video that you are interested in. I definitely want to give a big shout out to my patrons for continuing to support me. That really does mean a lot, especially with all the craziness in the world. I truly do appreciate your support, and my channel members as well. I don't have a lot of channel members. I know some YouTubers have a ton, but trust me, I appreciate every single one of you that decided to become a channel member. And there are a couple of people that are patrons and channel members. That's just really amazing. I really do appreciate that support. And if you want to support the channel, of course, there are different ways that you can do so, but the simplest way to support the channel is to make sure that you like the video, share the video if you think it's going to help out other collectors, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Those are simple ways that you can help out and support Funko News and my channel in general and my efforts in general. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this edition of Funko News. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.